Welcome, Geshe, and welcome to all of our friends online. We'll begin by making 3 prostrations. So for our friends online, please continue to use the chat box as a place just for questions. And we'll begin the last teaching session for this series with reciting the prayers. Obeisance to my guru and protector Manjushri, who holds to his heart a scriptural text symbolic of his seeing all things as they are, whose intelligence shines forth like the sun, unclouded by the 2 obscurations, who teaches in 60 ways of the loving compassion of a parent for his only child, while wanderers caught in the prison of samsara, confused in the darkness of their ignorance, overwhelmed by their suffering. You, whose dragon thunder-like proclamation of Dharma arouses us from the stupor of our delusions and frees us from the iron chains of our karma, who wields the sword of wisdom, hewing down suffering wherever its sprouts appear, clearing away the darkness of ignorance. You, whose princely body is adorned with the 112 marks of a Buddha, who has completed the stages achieving the highest perfection of a bodhisattva, who has been pure from the beginning. I bow down to you, O Manjushri, O Marapasanadi Umarasa. O Marapatsana. With the brilliance of your wisdom, O compassionate one, illuminate the darkness enclosing my mind. Awaken my intelligence and wisdom so that I may gain insight into words and the text. This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn Mount Meru, foreland sun and moon, imagined as a Buddha land and offered to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. Venerable holy gurus, in the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of the profound and extensive Dharma, in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Idam Guru Rana Mandalakam Niryatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create, by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create, by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create, by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings.
Okay. So so we are here, I think, objection, okay. The point where we left off yesterday is objection. The objection here is not that the lineages of the three vehicles could not be different, but that a division into 13 lineages is not feasible. Okay, I think we are here. Okay, we have reached here. So the regarding the objection, okay. That was put forth by Chiddermadrins. Okay, so here, if someone thinks, okay, if someone thinks, this is just a possibility, if someone thinks that the objection put forth by Chiddermadrins with regard to the intenability of the difference, intenability of the division of lineages, okay, is not, how to say, is not, I think, okay, let me say, with regard to, I think, this is just some kind of, this is this may, you may come up with this thinking, okay, this thought, considering that, this the argument that was put forth by Chiddermadrin about the natural lineage must be in terms of, I think, in terms of whether, in terms of the intenability of division into 13 lineages, okay, rather than intenability of the division into three lineages of the lineages of the three vehicles, I think. Okay, so if someone thinks, okay, and if someone thinks, that objection, okay, that specific argument set forth by Chiddermadrin must be in terms of, okay, in terms of a division into 13 lineages, okay, rather than the division of the, rather than three divisions of natural lineages, okay. So if that is, if that were so, okay, now response is that this is not correct, I think. This is not correct. On this subject, okay, on this subject, material as ornament for the clear realization is similar to the statement of hypothetical objection in Arya Vimukti Sena's illumination of the 25,000 stanza perfection of Wisdom Sutra. Okay. Okay. As it is said in Sutra, as it is in Sutra, Manjushri, if the element of attributes is one, okay. If suchness is one, okay. And if the limit of reality is one, this is limit of reality is synonymous with suchness, and also the element of attributes. The element of attributes, suchness, the limit of reality are okay synonymous. They are synonyms. So is one in fact. Manjushri, in fact, it is saying that Manjushri, if the element of attributes is one, then how could receptacles and non-receptacles be designated? Okay, in this case, receptacle and non-receptacles of great vehicle, okay, should be construed as of great vehicle, okay. Receptacles and non-receptacles of great will be designated. Okay. The question is that since it is said in other sutras, I don't think, maybe we don't need S here. In the other sutra, maybe in another sutra would be better. Said in another sutra means that another than 25, what is that? 25 stanza perfection of Wisdom Sutra, okay. Then, okay. Another sutra that the element of attributes has no divisions. Element of means of emptiness has no divisions, means emptiness has no different entities. Okay. How could persons be designated as receptacles and non-receptacles be designated? The question is that since it is said in other sutra that the element of attributes has no divisions. Okay, the element of has no divisions. How could person be designated as receptacles and non-receptacles of great vehicle? Since the objection in material's ornament for the clear realizations is similar to this. Okay, similar to this. Okay, similar to this. So yeah, no, so similar to, as I said earlier. Okay, the objection is put forth by Chitramatans is that if the natural lineage of Bodhisattva, if the natural lineage of great vehicle path is assigned, okay, as the emptiness of true existence, okay, or is the emptiness of true existence, then all sentient beings, including hearers and soldier realizers, must have, I think, must possess natural lineage, of great vehicle path, okay, because all sentient beings, including hearers and soldier realizers, abide in, okay, abide in, you can say abide in, or abide in Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. Or in other words, you can, or in other words, I think. Okay. Okay. Or in other or in or in other words, you can put it. Okay. You can put it. Okay. That if okay, Siddhartha is saying that if okay, Bodhisattva's mind being Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence is the natural lineage of great vehicle path, and then also hearers and solitary realizers would have to possess, okay, uh, natural lineage of great vehicle path, because 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 you have accepted of, because I think because Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence is accepted as the natural lineage of great vehicle path by you, okay, by you, okay, by you who posit, who posit that all phenomena are empty of true existence, okay. So, okay, that is their argument, okay, argument put forth against Madhyamika's position that that Bodhisattva's mind, actually there are 13 Bodhisattvas in this case. Those Bodhisattvas' mind being empty of true existence. Okay. Okay. So empty of true existence is assigned or is asserted to be natural lineage of great vehicle path. Okay. So therefore, they are arguing, against this. Okay. Siddhartha are arguing against this position. Okay. So the answer is that the consequence, logical consequence put forth by Siddhartha has no entailment or no proper pervasion. Okay. Because even though all sentient beings, including hearers and solitary realizers, okay, possess Bodhisattva's mind being how to say, empty of true existence. True existence. We don't need to accept that hearers and solitary realizers possess the natural lineage of great vehicle path, because natural lineage of great vehicle path is only, okay, how to say, it's only is great natural path of great vehicle, natural lineage of great vehicle path only abide in the continuum of Bodhisattvas, and not only that, but and that I think, and that whenever Bodhisattvas, path, okay, meditate on it, okay, and Bodhisattvas when Bodhisattvas path meditates on this, okay, on this, how to say, the Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence, okay. Bodhisattvas meditate on this, the Bodhisattva's meditation or meditative path grows and grows and develops, and develops, and so therefore, okay, so therefore, I think natural lineage of Bodhisattvas, natural lineage of great vehicle path is assigned only in the continuum of Bodhisattva. Okay. Okay. So this is the answer, I think. This is the answer. Okay. Okay. So okay. Okay. So here, okay. Okay. Now, similar to this. Okay, since the objection in matter is ornament for the clear realizations is similar to this. Okay, similar to this. I mean this. Okay, just I have read. Okay, so it is the. I have just read. I mean, it is. It is that. It is. I think it is that the lineages of the greater and lesser vehicles could not be different. It does not refer to ascribing receptacles and non-receptacles in terms of 13 lineages. Okay, yes, because it is not, the argument did not go in terms of, I think, in terms of the, I think, in terms of 13 lineages, okay, in terms of 13 lineages, because all of these 13 lineages are natural lineages of great vehicle path. So therefore, there shouldn't be any argument, okay, because they're all of these are, okay. All of these, all of the, I think, all of these, we can say, all of these bodhisattvas, okay. All of these bodhisattvas, okay, all of these 13 bodhisattvas abide in, okay. I think abide in, we can say abide in natural lineage of great vehicle path, okay. So therefore, this argument, therefore it is certain, okay, this argument is not about the, about I think, those 13 bodhisattvas, whether those 13 bodhisattvas abide in great vehicle, abide in the lineage of great vehicle path or not, okay. Okay, because all of these are the receptacles of great vehicle, okay. All of these 13 bodhisattvas are, all of these 13 bodhisattvas are receptacles of great vehicle, okay. So therefore, there's no any, it is worthless, I think. It is worthless to argue, okay, that argue, okay, it is worthless to argue against the position that those different 13 different bodhisattvas are receptacles of great vehicle path, okay. So therefore, I think Chitramadina's objection is in terms of, I think, three, how to say, in terms of three natural lineages, okay. So, okay, saying that, oh, you cannot, okay, you cannot, Chitramadins are saying that, oh, saying, that Madhyamikas, okay, they wouldn't say Madhyamikas, okay, they would say proponents, I think, exponent of emptiness of true existence, okay, cannot establish, okay, cannot hold that there are three different natural lineages, okay, as of, hearers, soul realizers, and bodhisattvas, because you posit, I think, given that you posit that, I think, the bodhisattvas mind being empty of true existence as the natural lineage. Okay, so then, so then they're arguing. So therefore, I think, they shouldn't have. I think they wouldn't have. I think. Okay. It could be the case that, I think, they're saying it could be the case that they're not having, I think, not therefore it could be the case that hearers and soldiers realizes do not have their own natural lineages, because their natural lineages would have to be bodhisattvas or bodhisattvas natural lineages, because all sentient beings, including hearers and soldier realizers, abide in bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. That's their argument. So this argument, when I think was put forth, I think, in terms of the tenability of division of three natural lineages. Now I think the assertions of the master Haribhadra also are similar to those of Arya Vimukti Sena. That means, I think, just as, I think, Arya Vimukti Sena asserts that they are hearer and soldier realizers who realize emptiness of true existence, and also there are some other many other hearers and soldier realizers who do not realize emptiness of true existence. So likewise, I think, Haribhadra, I think, also assert that there are hearers and soldier realizers who do possess the realization of emptiness, and there are also others of the same kind who do not possess the realization of emptiness. Likewise, matter as a sublime science, sublime continuum, or continuum of sublimity. Gyulama. Matter as sublime. And Asanga's commentary on it explained that among hearers and soldier realizers, there are some who have realized the nature of phenomena, and others who have not. Yes, also. So therefore, others who have not. Fearing it would be too much, I will not cite them. So Maitreya's ornament for the clear realizations, and also as well as sublime continuum. Sometimes, in many cases, I should say, in many cases, in the ornament for the clear realizations and sublime continuum, they indicate there are indications. I think there are indications which present that I think that hearers and soul realizers hearers and soul realizers cultivate. Okay, that presents. I think that presents the cultivation of. I think that the cultivation of emptiness by hearers and soul realizers. Okay, and in some other occasions in those texts. Okay, on some I think in some other parts of those texts. I mean, in some other parts of those two texts. Okay, there's also mention that there are also mentions of having there's also, I mean, also, mentions. There's also there are also mentions about. I think in other cases within those two texts, there are also mentions about hearers and soul realizers having understood or having realized emptiness of true existence. Okay, so both of these presentations are made in the same text. Not only that, but also, when we think about the perfection of Wisdom Sutra, okay, perfection of Wisdom Sutra is Mahayana Sutra or Great Vehicle Sutra, okay, but within it, there is sometimes, okay, sometimes, okay, there is some passage within it which are particularly suited to Hinayana practitioners, okay. Okay, so likewise, okay, in Madras ornament for the clear realizations, and also as well as sublime continuum, okay. There are many mentions, okay. There are many how to say indications, okay, implying that hearers and soul realizers do not realize emptiness of true existence, and also conception of true existence as an obstruction to omniscience. Okay. Okay. So how do we know there are these two types? Okay. Two types means with regard to hearers and soul realizers, they are with regard to hearers and soul realizers, there are ones, I think, who know emptiness of inherent existence, and there are others who do not know emptiness of true existence. Okay, so that why it should happen? Okay, now the question is why this should happen? Why this happens? Okay, why this happens? Okay, how do we know there are these two types? Okay, why this happens to hearers and soul realizers, that many of them do not realize emptiness of true existence, but some of them do realize emptiness of true existence. Why this happen? Okay. Buddhism, okay. How do we know there are these two types? Okay. Matter as ornament for the clear realizations teaches path knowledge. Okay, path knowledge is good. Path knowledge. Okay, it's a unique term we have. Path knowledge, which involves understanding the paths of hearers and soul realizers. It's very long in English, but we have very short one. path knowledge, okay. Teaches path knowledge, okay. Path knowledge is lamshe. Path knowledge is lamshe. Path knowledge, which involves, okay, understanding the paths of hearers and souls realizers, so that a bodhisattva can accommodate with those lineages, accommodate with those lineages, the trainees with those lineages, okay. With those lineages, okay, roughly speaking, okay. Roughly translation is okay. There are two types, I think, means within the trainees with lineages of soul realizer and hearers, there are two types. Those who are and are not vessels of the profound, okay. There are two types, means lesser vehicle practitioners, okay. Lesser practitioner who abide in lesser vehicle path, okay. With regard to the practitioners who abide in lesser vehicle path, okay. There are two types. Those who are and are not vessels of the profound emptiness. And since hearers and souls realizer are predominantly not vessels of the profound emptiness, okay, their paths were most frequently presented, okay. Uh, their paths means, okay, okay. Since hearers and souls realizers are predominantly not vessels of the profound, their paths who are not capable of, okay, capable of understanding or knowing the emptiness of true existence, okay. So their paths, okay, their paths means the hearers and souls realizers who are unable to, how to say, understand or know the emptiness of true existence, okay. So their path, there means, okay, the path, this path is qualified by, okay, their capacity, okay, their limit of capacity. Their paths were most frequently presented, okay. So, okay, just as with respect to great vehicle, it sometimes happens that unless one is taught Chidramadra first, okay, one cannot find the Madhyamika view, okay. Yeah, see, there, yeah, just as with respect to great vehicle, okay, great vehicle, okay. This means great vehicle refers to great vehicle teaching here, okay. Just as with respect to great vehicle, no, teaching region, oh no, here, teaching region, okay. Just as with respect to great vehicle, it sometimes happens that unless teaching region means, no, great vehicle practitioner or persons who abide in great vehicle path, okay. Just as with respect to persons who abide in great vehicle path, it sometimes happens that unless one is taught Chidramadra first, okay. Okay, is that just as with respect to great vehicle here, Tekje is just short form, yeah, in Tibetan is short form, okay. So, used short form, but it simply means persons, okay. Persons, just as with respect to persons abiding in great vehicle path, it sometimes happens that unless one is taught Chidramadra first, one cannot find, means ascertain. Madhyamika view means here emptiness, in this case emptiness. One cannot ascertain the emptiness. This is also the case with solitary realizers and even hearers, okay. See here, solitary realizers means, so for the case of solitary realizers, okay, in order for solitary realizers to ascertain emptiness of true existence, they, I think, many of them, many of them need to, how to say, need to be taught, I think, Chitramatra first, okay. And then once they, how to say, realize this, okay. Once they realize Chitramartan's version of emptiness, okay, then based on that, okay, they will begin to realize emptiness of true existence, okay. And then also it is true with the case of hearers also. So hearers, okay, hearers, in order for hearers to realize emptiness of true existence, many hearers first need to know the Chitra Matra's version of emptiness first, okay. Then through understanding of Chitramatra's version of emptiness, they will, how to say, realize emptiness of true existence more easily and more comfortably. Okay. Okay. In both Arya Vimukti Sana's illumination of the 25,000 stanza Perfection of Wisdom Sutra and Haribhadra's great commentary on the 8,000 stanza Perfection of Wisdom Sutra, the element of attributes is assigned as the lineage of all three vehicles, okay. All three vehicles, okay. The element of attributes is assigned as the lineage of all three vehicles, okay. It's just generally speaking, okay. The element of attributes here means the emptiness, okay, emptiness of the mind, okay. Emptiness of the mind of, I think, hearers, solitary realizers, and that of bodhisattvas. As the lineage of all three vehicles, okay. As a source for this, okay. As a source for this, they quote the teaching that all superior persons are distinguished by the non-product. Okay, non-product here refers to the element of true attribute. Okay, emptiness just simply means emptiness, emptiness of true existence. Okay. As a proof for that statement, as a proof the statement, as a proof for the statement, the qualities of an enlightened one and all the doctrines taught by him do not exist. Do not exist. Okay, okay. This is the predicate, I think. The qualities of an enlightened one and all the doctrines taught by him do not exist, mean do not truly exist, because all superior persons are distinguished by the non-product. Okay. That's what it means. Okay. The Diamond Cutter says superior persons are distinguished by the non-produced. This means, okay, here, that all superior means, here all superior means hearer superior, solitary realizer superior, bodhisattva superior, Buddha, okay, or how do we say, Sangye, Buddha, okay, I think Buddha superior, Sangye, Sangye Bhagwa. You can say, yeah, in Buddha superior, okay, in there are four superiors, okay, hearer superior, solitary realizer superior, bodhisattva superior, Buddha superior, okay. All of these four superiors are distinguished by by seeing or by knowing emptiness of true existence, by directly knowing, by directly knowing emptiness of true existence. That's the meaning, and that is the real meaning. And also these two, scholars, Paribhadra, as well as Arya Vimuktisena. Okay, they also, how to say, accept that such this passage from Dhammakaya Sutra. They also accept that this passage from Dhammakaya Sutra mentions that all these three superiors are distinguished by having direct realization of emptiness of true existence. Okay. This means they also okay. This means that all superiors of greater and lesser worlds posited by way of their having actualized the non-produced ultimate, which is the non-establishment of phenomena in reality. Okay, that's it. Therefore, this Prasangika system and materials ornament for the clear realizations are not contradictory, not only contradictory, but also they are same, I think, same. The ultimate intent of clear realization, intent of ornament for the clear realizations, as well as the sublime continuum and prasangikas are the same. Okay, same. Prasangikas, okay, viewpoint, okay. The prasangikas, the prasangikas viewpoint of Madhyamika's viewpoint and Madhyamika's viewpoint of matter as ornament for the clear realizations, as well as sublime continuum are same. Okay. Ultimately, okay, same. Okay. Ultimate intent. Ultimate intent. So therefore, we can say, okay, directly that the ornament for the clear realizations as well as sublime continuum are treatises of Prasangika Madhyamika. Okay, you can say this. Even though in some pages or many occasions, on many occasions within those texts, there even though there's some viewpoints that are unacceptable to Prasangika with Madhyamika school systems are presented in those texts on many occasions. Okay. The reason is that there are two different. Okay. What is vessels or receptacles? Okay. Vessels or receptacles. Two different vessels. Vessels or maybe receptacles. Okay. Same. Two different receptacles. Receptacles who are how to say whose faculties are mature enough to receive and to receive and I think digest the teaching on the emptiness of true existence or on the emptiness of inherent existence. Okay, and and receptacles, there are other receptacles. Okay, with receptacles, with the receptacles of the ornament for the clear realizations, as well as a sublime continuum. Okay, there are two different receptacles. Receptacles who are mature, whose I think faculties are mature enough to receive and digest the meaning of the teaching on the emptiness of inherent existence, and those, and I think, and those who are, I think, not mature enough, not those whose faculties are not mature enough to receive and digest the teaching on the emptiness of inherent existence. So they are two different. Okay, of them, the receptacles whose faculties, I think the faculties of faith, 5 faculties, I mean, in terms of 5 faculties, whose 5 faculties, whose 5 virtuous faculties are not the receptacles, whose 5 virtuous faculties are not mature enough, is predominant. Okay. So therefore, Maitreya teaches on many occasions in his the ornament for the clear realizations that hearers and soldier realizers do not, how to say, realize emptiness of true existence, and also that conception of true existence is as an obstruction to omniscience. Okay, so okay, 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 okay. So this is the meaning. Okay, okay. Now I think little bit. I think description. I think I just remember a little. I think clarification. I'm going backward a little bit. Okay. See here, yesterday I think I said, but I think I need to say it again. I think I said just once, but then some words I didn't remember some words that I wanted to use. Okay, but I used some different words. Okay, so therefore I think here, okay, see in the text. Okay, see also here I think I hope you see this. Also hearers must be divided into those who do not realize suchness, and for this reason 2 lower vehicle modes were set forth in Maitreya's ornament for the clear realizations. Okay. Okay. You must ascertain that conceptions of a true difference in entity of subject and object are both assigned and denied as obstructions to omniscience. Okay. So I think I said this yesterday, but again, I think I want to accentuate this. I think prioritize this that so that I think you will know that what I said. Okay. You must ascertain that I think conceptions of a true difference in entity of subject and object are both assigned and denied. Okay. As obstructions to omniscience. This, okay. So here, so therefore, assigned, denied. Okay. So within the, okay, even within the, okay, within the, even within the context of, I think, ornament for the clear realizations, okay. There are two different versions, okay, or two different teachings of them. One teaches that, one teaches, okay, that conception of, I think, conception of, I think, conception of true existence of object and consciousness as I think, as an obstruction to omniscience. And also there is also I think within, in the context of, I think, in the context of the ornament for the clear realization, there are also teachings that says, okay, that indicates conception of true existence of object and consciousness as an obstruction to liberation, not obstruction to omniscience. Okay, so there are two types. Means conception of true existence of object and consciousness as an obstruction to liberation. One, okay, and as an obstruction to omniscience. Number two, okay. So where, okay, as I said, so this. Okay. Okay. I think, okay. This is one thing. In second chapter, in the second chapter of the materials ornament for the clear realization. So it is said that, it is mentioned that, I think, conception of, I think, conception of true existence as an object, as an obstruction to omniscience. And not only that, but also conception of, I think, different entity of subject and object as in coarse obstruction to omniscience. Okay, this is one thing. This is in this case. Okay, in this context. Okay, in this context, according to this mode of teaching, conception of true existence of subject and object is taught as an obstruction to liberation, obstruction to omniscience. Okay, obstruction to omniscience. Okay, so when then this is okay. Then in the first chapter of the ornament for the clear realizations, when it says that image, there's no any difference in the element of what is the element of something, what is the translation? Okay. Okay. The element of phenomena. What is that? Such as attributes. Okay. Okay. Triggering the image. Okay. Triggering the element of attributes. Okay. Chujing image means there's no any difference in the element of attributes. Ruma means that. So therefore, there shouldn't be any difference in natural lineages. Okay. So in this case, in these two lines, I think first two lines. Okay. In this case, in this first two lines, these first two lines indicate, I think, indicate that indicate, I think, indicate. I think we can say 4 lines. 4 lines. Image means that there's no any difference in the element of attributes. Ruma means that. So therefore, it is untenable to have different lineages. Then because of dependent, because of having various dependent phenomena, we can establish division of natural lineages. Okay, so that's the rough translation, but I have just translated the meaning. Okay, so in this case, okay, this stanza shows this stanza. Yeah, okay. So this stanza shows, okay. Hearers and soldiers realize the emptiness of inherent existence, okay? And this in turn shows that this in turn, okay, leads to, I think, okay, no, so therefore, I think, okay, that this stanza shows that hearers and soldiers realize the emptiness of true existence, okay? So therefore, okay. So therefore, okay. So therefore, okay. Let me say this again. This stanza shows that hearers and soldiers realize the emptiness of inherent existence. Okay, emptiness of inherent existence. So therefore, okay. So therefore, okay. Given that, given that hearers and soldiers realizers having realized emptiness of inherent existence, okay? So therefore, it must be true that, I think, conception of true existence and conception of inherently existent phenomena are same, okay? Conception of true existence of phenomena and conception of inherently existent phenomena are same, okay? So therefore, view of the transitory, with regard to the view of the transitory, and with regard to the view of the transitory, and wrong view which misperceives, I think, self of phenomena, okay, are just merely different in terms of their observed object, but they are just the same in terms of their referent object or main object. Okay, so this in turn shows or leads to a situation that I think okay, that in order for hearers and solitary realizers to achieve nirvana, okay, the cessation of cyclic existence, they must realize emptiness of true existence or emptiness of inherent existence, okay? Okay, so, and then thereby, okay, we can establish that conception of true existence is just an obstruction to liberation rather than to omniscience, okay? Okay, so therefore, this particular verse conveys clearly Prasangikas, Madhyamikas, uncommon viewpoints, okay? And then again, here, little small one, I think. Therefore, the statement that it would be amazing to have a similarity of tenet between the solitary realizers who propound the truth of subjects and the Chidramatrins who teach the ultimate existence of a consciousness without the duality of subject and object, laughable even for the non-Buddhist Debakkas. Okay, I think I should tell you, I think something for this, okay. It's a little bit, this means, okay, this is regret, okay, as I said yesterday. Regret, Jomden Regret, okay. Jomden Regret was a scholar, okay, who I think who was alive during during 12th or 13th century, okay. So he was very too proud sometimes, okay. Sometimes he was criticizing Maitreya as well as Nagarjuna also, okay. So here he was criticizing Maitreya, okay, here in this case, okay. Therefore, the statement means Rirel's statement made by Jomden Rirel, okay, that it would be amazing, okay, amazing is okay, it's a little bit sarcastic word, I think, sarcastic word. Oh, amazing, sarcastically, it would be sarcastic, amazing. The meaning is that it would be absurd or it would be ridiculous. The true meaning is that, but it's just a way of saying amazing, okay. The real meaning is it would be absurd or it would be ridiculous to have a similarity to tenet between the solitary realizers who propound the truth of subjects and the Chidramatrins who teach the ultimate existence of consciousness without the duality of subject and object, laughable even for the non-Buddhist Debakkas. He says that here we don't need to say non-Buddhist Debakkas. Okay, we don't need to say. I think some people are mistaking this. I think still these days. Here this means Seljiva in Tibetan. Seljiva means, I think I would say my own version. Therefore, the Rirel's statement that it would be ridiculous to have a similarity of tenet between the solitary realizers who propound the truth of subjects and the Chidramatrins who teach the ultimate existence of a consciousness without the duality of subject and object reveals, I think, reveals itself to be laughable. Full stop then. Reveals itself to be laughable. Okay, it self reveals to be laughable. That very statement self reveals to be laughable. I think that's the real meaning. Okay, because the reason is that it reveals. Okay, it reveals to be laughable. Okay, means that very statement. Okay, that very statement reveals your own deficiency. Sometimes reveals own deficiency. Okay, that's the meaning. Okay. Deficiency that is laughable. I think that particular statement reveals your own deficiency that is laughable. Okay, that's the meaning. Okay. Now meaning is that okay, why it is laughable? Or we need to understand why his statement, why his such a statement is laughable. Okay, we need to know why his such a statement is laughable. Okay. Because he asserts, on the one hand, he asserts that soldier realizers are abandoning conception of true existence of object, but not abandoning. But I think soldier realizers are not abandoning conception of true existence of consciousness. Okay. 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 This is his assertion, his position. Okay. Then according to him, okay. According to him, okay. This is okay. Chittermadan, okay, who is not abandoning, okay, both conception of true existence of object and conception of true existence of consciousness, okay. So therefore, he is saying that here in this text, the ornament for the clear realizations, matter indicates that solid realizers and Chittermadans are same in their viewpoints. Okay, same in their viewpoints. Okay, they are same in their viewpoints. They are similar. I think they are similar. I think they are same with respect to their viewpoints. With respect to their viewpoints, I think it is okay. So, Rigel is asserting that okay. Rigel's assertion that I think solid realizers abandoning conception of true existence of object, but not abandoning conception of true existence of subject is not similar to that of, I think, is not I think similar to that of Chittermadans who are not abandoning okay conception of true existence conception true existence of object as well as that of consciousness, I think, as well as conception of true existence of consciousness. Okay, neither is abandoning. Okay, neither is being abandoned. Okay, by Chittermadans. But in the case of solid realizers, it is asserted that as conception of true existence of object is being abandoned, but conception of true existence of consciousness is not being abandoned by Chandaril. Okay, so therefore he thinks, okay, oh, these soldier realizers and Chittermathas must not be similar in terms of their viewpoints, because there's a vast difference in their viewpoints. Okay, so this is not good, I think, because he does not know the real intent of material or the ornament for the clear realizations. Okay, because the first line is indicating the first line. Okay, is does not indicate that clear realization, does not indicate that solitary realizers are abandoning conception of true existence of object. Rather, it is indicating that solitary realizers are abandoning conception of external object. Okay, so therefore, your own statement reveals that your deficiency, lovable deficiency would be okay. Reveals your own lovable deficiency. Okay. 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 I think that's okay. Now let's get back to the point. Okay. Where we are. Okay. Now, surpassing feature on the first ground has 4 subdivisions. This section has 4 parts. Giving by abiders on the first ground. Okay, giving by abiders on the first ground. First subdivision. The second subdivision is giving by those with a lower basis. Okay. Then third, giving by bodhisattvas. And then fourth, divisions of the perfection of giving. Okay. And giving by abiders on the first ground. Okay. Chandrakirti says in his root text, then for him the first cause of perfect enlightenment giving becomes surpassing. Okay. Okay. Then for him the first cause of perfect enlightenment giving. Then for him the first cause of perfect enlightenment giving becomes surpassing. Okay. Okay. When a bodhisattva attains the very joyful ground, the perfection of giving among the 10 perfections, the perfection of giving among the 10 perfections becomes greatly surpassing. Okay, greatly surpassing for him. Okay, for him or for her. Okay. However, this does not mean that he does not have the other perfections. Okay. Okay. Yes, other perfections. Practices of other perfections. Okay. The supermundane perfection of giving is the first. Okay. Supermundane is the supermundane perfection of giving is the first cause of complete enlightenment. Okay. It's the first supermundane cause of complete. Okay. The supermundane perfection of giving is the first supermundane cause of complete enlightenment. Okay. In general, okay, the latter perfection exceeds the former ones. Okay. Yeah. Yes. In general, generally speaking, latter perfections exit the former ones. Okay. The perfection of ethics exceed perfection of giving, and also, yeah, the same with others. Okay. The former ones. Later perfections exit the former ones. Okay. Yeah, I think okay. Because I think it's a little bit tricky. without having, okay, surpassing perfection of giving, you will not be able to attain perfection of surpassing ethics, okay? But once you have achieved, okay, but, okay, I think, without having achieved perfection of surpassing, I think, without having achieved surpassing perfection of giving, you will not be able to attain perfection of surpassing ethics. But the perfection of surpassing ethics, or just perfection of ethics, okay, maybe perfection of ethics is superior to perfection of giving. We can say this kebab power in this case, superior. And then the former ones are superior to, no, later ones are superior to former ones, okay? The reason is that as you progress, as you proceed, I think, proceed towards full enlightenment. And then, then, how to say, I think, okay, as you proceed towards full enlightenment, you are developing your 10 perfections, okay? 10 perfections. But when it comes to, okay, when it comes to counteracting I think, subtle, the most subtle obstruction to omniscience, it will be done, or it will be carried out, or it will be carried out, I think. When it comes to the perfection of, I think, perfection of wisdom, the 10th one, okay, 10th one is perfection of wisdom. I think the 6th one and 10th one is a little bit different. I think there should be some different translations. Okay, the 10th one, okay, Yeshi, okay. So little bit similar to the 6th one, okay, in terms of the terminology, okay, but the meaning has, there's difference in meaning. So actual, okay, antidote, the direct antidote that are able to get rid of the subtle obstruction to omniscience will be carried out by, okay, the 10th one, okay, the 10th, surpassing perfection of the 10th, okay, surpassing perfection of the 10th, okay. So, and that's okay. So then, I think we can, I think it's okay. So if I tell this, okay, we can, how to say, understand this in more detail, I think, okay. I think for now, I think this is okay now. But on the first ground, okay, it is said that giving is surpassing. This means that on this ground, a Bodhisattva has not developed the measure of force with respect to the practice of giving. As it is said, on the first ground, he is able to practice it by giving away his own body and external belongings, such that even the slightest attachment, which would be contrary to the perfection of giving, does not arise. Okay. So not only, okay, not only giving rise, not only giving rise to, I think, the slightest attachment to his own body, external belongings, okay. But also, okay, but also, I think, but also, mm, mm, I think, but also, I think, okay. He's thoroughly, I think, he or she is thoroughly dedicated to giving away, I think, all of this, okay. Actually, I think, actually, he's giving away all of this. This is very important. By giving away is important because for destroyers, okay, solid hearer and solid realizer for destroyers also do not have the slightest attachment, okay, to their own external belongings and to their own body, okay. But unlike the Bodhisattva, they are not dedicated giving away in reality. Actually giving away, they are not dedicated giving away their own body and external belongings as Bodhisattvas abiding on the first ground do, okay? On the second ground, I think, on the second ground, a Bodhisattva is able to refrain totally from faulty ethics, the contraries of proper ethics, okay, I see, okay. On the second ground, a Bodhisattva is able to refrain totally from faulty ethics, the contraries of proper ethics, even in dreams. But on the first ground, he is not able to do so to that extent, okay. On the first ground, he is not able to do so, okay, means to that extent, okay. Okay. Through his giving, one can infer the presence of unimaginable realizations on the first ground. Okay. Chandrakirti's root text says his devotion to giving even his own flesh is reason for inferring the unimaginable. Unimaginable. Okay, unimaginable, it's okay. Not only does the Bodhisattva, I think unimaginable means without relying on reasoning, okay. Without relying on reasoning, one cannot imagine, okay, that such and such persons have attained first bhumi, first ground of Bodhisattva, or such and such person have attained surpassing perfection of giving, okay. Not only does the Bodhisattva give external articles with enthusiasm, but he even has great enthusiasm for giving his own flesh to one who asks for it. This quality serves as the cause for inferring internal realizations. This inference is similar. This quality serves as the cause for inferring internal realizations, such as attaining a ground which most other persons cannot imagine. Okay. The inference is similar to fire being inferred due to presence of smoke and so forth. Okay. So this is okay. So this this would take time, I think. Okay, you cannot in a day or in a week. It would take months and maybe years to test. Okay, uh, to test, and thereby you need to ascertain the three modes of reasoning. Okay, so once you know the three modes of reasoning, then there would be not much. It wouldn't take so much time for you to ascertain that such and such person has attained first bhumi, or uh, the perfection of surpassing giving. Okay. This indicates that the Bodhisattva has no taints of attachment with respect to giving away his body, life, and resources. Even though he gives these away, his continuum remains firm without changing its aspect. Okay. Without changing his, just, how to say, without changing its aspect, very, very determined. Okay. Very steady and very determined. This cannot be moved away by his mental attitude for such, cannot be moved away by any internal and external forces. Okay. Giving by those with a lower basis. Okay. Now the second subdivision. Okay. Lower basis here refers to non-Bodhisattva. Okay. Non-Bodhisattva. Giving by those with a lower basis means giving by those with those, I think, those who are non-Bodhisattvas. Okay. Giving by those who are non-Bodhisattvas. Okay. This section has two parts: attaining the happiness of cyclic existence, and this is number one. Attaining the happiness of cyclic existence is the first subdivision, and attaining the happiness of nirvana is the second subdivision. Okay. Attaining the happiness of cyclic existence through giving, and attaining the happiness of nirvana through giving. Okay. Attaining the happiness of cyclic existence through giving, Chandrakirti's root text says, all these beings want happiness, but human happiness does not occur without resources. Okay. Knowing that resources arise from giving, the subduer Buddha Shakyamuni first discoursed on that giving. Okay. On giving. All these beings want to attain the happiness that is a diminishment of sufferings. This is very important to know and to keep in our mind. Okay. Very important one. Happiness that is diminishment of sufferings. Okay. There's no any happiness in samsara that is a happiness by its own entity. Whatever happiness in samsara arises, happiness or what do you call pleasant experience, whatever pleasant experience occurs in samsara or cyclic existence, it must be, okay, it must be a diminishment of suffering. Okay. Not, it cannot be a pleasant experience by its own entity or its own entity. I think by its own entity. I think this is good. I think because once your own suffering, once there are many different levels of suffering. The grave, once grave suffering diminishes, okay, you will feel happy. even though there is suffering, you do not recognize and you are not aware of it. So therefore, at that very moment, we say we are happy. We feel happy. I am happy. You are happy. Okay. Uh, so okay. So okay. Mm. So therefore, okay. So but unlike the suffering, there are sufferings. Okay. There are many sufferings which are by their own entity. Okay. Which are okay. There are many sufferings which are sufferings by their own entity in samsara, in cyclic existence. But there's no any pleasant experience in samsara or in cyclic existence that is uh, that is pleasant by its own entity. Okay. Okay. So yeah, all these beings want to attain the happiness. That is a diminishment of. I think we need to think about this more detailed. Okay. Uh, this is taught in. I think. Okay. I think okay. Nagarjuna's precious garland, and also for there was 400 stanzas. Okay, very diminishment of suffering. Okay, attain the happiness, that is diminishment of suffering. Diminishment of suffering. Okay, is extensive, is the nature of diminishment of sufferings. Okay, the samsaric pleasant experience as I think as a diminishment of sufferings. Samsaric pleasant nature being a diminished. I think samsaric pleasant nature as a diminishment of sufferings is extensively, I think, taught. I think extensively, or yeah, I think extensively, you can say extensively, clearly, I think would be clearly and effectively taught in Ayadeva's 400 stanzas and Nagarjuna's precious garland. Okay. And then diminution of sufferings such as hunger, thirst, sickness, heat and cold. However, the happiness of humans and so forth is not produced without their enjoying desired objects or resources such as food, drink, means of curing sickness, clothing, and shelter. The subduer understanding the thought of all transmigrators and knowing that these resources arise from merit accumulated by previous giving, discoursed on giving from the very first, for it is easy to engage in this method. Okay. So means it's much easier to engage in giving rather than in engaging in ethics and so on and so forth. Okay. With respect to difficulty levels. Okay. With regard to levels of difficulty, I think practice of generosity is easier compared to practice of ethics. Practice of ethics is easier than practice of patience. Okay. Likewise, okay. Later practice of later ones are more difficult than former ones. Okay. Now, must a giver accord with proper ways in order to attain marvelous resources from giving gifts? Okay. So this is now question. Okay. Must a giver accord with proper ways? Means that must a giver accord with proper ways, means proper way refers to having great compassion and so on and so forth. Okay, great compassion and so on, in order to attain marvelous resources from giving gifts. Response: That is not necessary, okay? Chandrakirti's root text says, even for beings with little compassion, brutal and intent on their own aims. Okay, brutal and intent on their own aims, okay? Intent on their own aims, okay? Desired resources arise from giving, causing extinction of suffering, okay? There are those who, like merchants, seek to gain an enormous mass of wealth by giving away very little, wanting for vaster resources than do even beggars. Okay, okay, even beggars. Okay, wanting far vaster resources than do even beggars. They are enthusiastic in giving. Okay, as givers, their compassion is low. As givers, their compassion is low. And unlike bodhisattvas, under the influence of compassion, they do not seek to increase the joy of wanting to give without seeking the fruits of giving. Okay, that's very important. The joy of wanting to give without seeking the fruits of giving. Moreover, I think, intent on only their own welfare, the happiness of high status, okay, happiness of high status, higher rebirth, okay, higher rebirth in the future. Their minds are extremely brutal toward sentient beings, extremely brutal toward sentient beings, okay. Okay, they have turned away from the fault of holding on to resources, okay, and of not giving them away, and of not giving them away, but anxiously hold on to their, I think, their their, I think, soul hope, which is for reward, I think, okay, for even for them, okay, even for them, giving serves a cause of extinguishing the sufferings of hunger, thirst, and so forth by bringing marvelous resources. Attaining the happiness of nirvana through giving, I think, okay. Attaining the happiness of nirvana through giving. Chandrakirti, the root text says, through giving, even they will quickly attain. Through giving, even they will quickly attain a meeting with a super being, then they will cut the continuum of cycle of existence, going to the peace caused by meeting a superior, okay. Okay, I think, okay. Through giving, even they will quickly attain a meeting with a superior being. Then they will cut the continuum of cycle of existence, going to the peace caused by meeting a superior. I think, okay, the meaning will be followed here, okay? Even those bereft of compassion, but intent on giving, looking after only their own happiness in the sense of diminishing suffering, quickly attend a meeting, okay? They quickly attend a meeting, okay, with a superior being, okay? Maybe a hero superior being, solitary realizer superior being, bodhisattva superior being, or maybe Buddha, okay? Superior being, okay, with a superior being, while they give, okay. This is because the excellent are said to associate with patrons to whom they then teach doctrine. Through this, the patrons, okay, come to understand cycle existence as being without any good features, okay, through actualizing uncontaminated superior path, okay, such as part of seeing, part of meditation, and part of normal learning. They abandon ignorance and completely sever, okay, the continuum of cycle existence. The passage from birth to death again and again since beginningless time, okay. Cycle existence, that is the passage from birth to death again and again again since beginningless time. They pass to the peace of our hearers or soul realizers nirvana, which is caused by meeting with the excellent. Okay. Okay. Now I think we shall stop here. I think so. If you have some questions, we will go over your questions.
Yeshlo, what does it mean for hearers and solitary realizers and all beings to abide in the emptiness of the mind of a bodhisattva?
Oh, yeah. Good question. Good. Oh. Oh, yeah. All sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers, are abiding in the Bodhisattva's mind, being empty of true existence. Means that all sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers, are I think being empty of are Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. For instance, I think, yes. Okay, I think maybe some difficulty with the language. I think we can solve this. I think, I think whatever. I think not only sentient beings, but everything or every phenomenon. Okay, all phenomena follow. I think all phenomena follow from Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. Okay, there's no any single instance which exists not being Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. There's no any single instance in whole sphere of phenomena. That is not Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. Okay. For instance, if you say this table, okay. If you say this table or this space, okay, or this house, okay. If you say this, okay. If you question, okay, if this house or this person, okay, this tree, is this tree Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence or not? Is this tree, is that tree Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence or not? We should say yes. If you say no, then there would have to be an instance that is not Bodhisattva's. That is not Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. If that would happen, okay. If that happens, if that happened, then there would have to be a case where we should posit that on an occasion, Bodhisattva's mind is not empty of true existence. There's no any occasion on which Bodhisattva's mind is not empty of true existence.
Is this a matter of that the bodhisattva perceives all things as being empty of inherent existence, not that the tree is the mind of a bodhisattva?
It's
the way that
not mind. I see, okay. Oh, tree is not the Bodhisattva's mind. Okay. Tree is not Bodhisattva's mind, but tree is Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence.
Geshe, I think the problem, it might be in the English, because
I see.
when we say bodhisattva's mind being empty of inherent existence, it focuses more on the part of the bodhisattva's mind. So we think, oh, that means the tree must be part of the bodhisattva's mind. But I think what we're trying to get across is the tree being empty, just as the bodhisattva's mind is empty.
But it's okay. But I think Bodhisattva's mind is empty. Okay, we can say, okay, empty of true existence. Okay.
Well, are you emphasizing bodhisattva's mind, or are you emphasizing emptiness? Because
empty of being empty of true existence. Emptiness. If you say emptiness, okay, then it is just a non-affirming negation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
otherwise,
being empty.
Otherwise, we think the tree must be part of the bodhisattva's mind. When you say it like that in English, that's right, what we think. And then, well, no, the tree isn't part of the bodhisattva's mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So we need some different English phrase.
Okay.
Understandable.
So, I see. Okay. I think, leave that out. I think we can also say this. Okay. We can also say this. Now, when we're talking about this, the argument, okay. Given that, I think Madhyamikas posit that natural lineage, is the emptiness. Natural lineage is the emptiness of emptiness. I think, okay. Natural lineage is an emptiness. Okay. So therefore, then also, not only then also, I mean, the Bodhisattva's mind. Okay. The emptiness of Bodhisattva's mind. Okay. Emptiness of Bodhisattva's mind is also posited as a natural lineage. Okay. As a natural lineage of great vehicle path. Okay. So therefore, Chitamatrins are arguing against this. That, if that is the case, okay, because Chitamatrins are positing that natural lineage must be a compounded phenomenon, okay, compounded product, rather than an emptiness. Okay, so Chitamatrins are arguing against Madhyamika's position, holding that natural lineage as an emptiness. Okay, so Chitamatrins are arguing that I think, okay, all sentient beings, okay, all sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers, would have to possess, I think, natural lineage of great vehicle path. Okay, because empty, I think because empty of, I think empty of, I think because I think because emptiness of, I think I will say because the empty, okay, because the emptiness of Bodhisattva's mind is posited to be natural lineage of great vehicle path. Okay, so therefore, all sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers, must possess this lineage because I think all sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers, abide in, okay, abide in the emptiness of mind of Bodhisattva is not quite well here. No, I think I should say this because I think because it's still difficult for me. I think I will because I think Bodhisattva's mind, okay, Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. This is again should be Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence. How to say? Abide, I think. Just one, abide in all sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers. That's the meaning of it. Okay, let me say this again. The argument is that, Chittamati's argument is that okay, all sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers, would have to possess natural lineage of great vehicle path, okay? Because I think because I think because that I think because emptiness of mind of I think Bodhisattva, emptiness of mind, emptiness of the mind of Bodhisattvas are posited to be natural lineage of great vehicle path, and that I think, and that this emptiness, okay, for the time being, okay, this emptiness abide in all sentient beings, including hearers and soul realizers, okay, for the time being. If okay, so but there's also a little bit fault, okay, because it's a little still quite difficult in quite how to put this into English or there, but I think maybe this might be this may be this may make more sense, I think. But we say, okay, pot, okay, tree, okay, tree is not an emptiness. Is tree emptiness or not? No, tree is not emptiness. Every emptiness must be uncompounded phenomenon, okay, uncompounded phenomenon. So I think Bodhisattva, I think I don't know how to translate this. My understanding is that Bodhisattva was mind being empty of true existence. Okay, for instance, consider that tree. It is Bodhisattva's mind being empty of true existence, because it is existent. If I completely translate my thought in Tibetan into English, then it should be okay. But I don't know. Consider that tree. It is mind. It is not a mind, but it is a mind empty of true existence. There's, in Tibetan, there's not much to do with the mind. It is more to do with the subject and the predicate, the last one, empty of true existence. Okay, last part of the predicate, empty of true existence. It has more to do with empty of true existence and the subject. It has not much to do with the mind itself.
Yeah.
So
can I propose? Is the meaning that the empty is that the emptiness of the tree is the same as the emptiness of the bodhisattva from an experiential point of view when somebody realizes the emptiness? That's
okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. We can say this. Yeah. We can say this. Yeah. We can say this. But here the meaning is that in this context, but it is right. Yes. But in this context, but meaning is a little bit different. Their mind. Okay. Chitta madras. Okay. For instance, sound. Consider sound. It is impermanent because it is produced. It is a produced thing. You can say, okay. Sound being permanent. Okay, impermanent. Okay. If you say, if you how to say, if you put an example, like a pot, maybe a tree. Okay. If you say consider that tree, it is sound being devoid of permanence. We can say this in Tibetan. Sound being devoid of permanence. Tree can be understood as sound being devoid of permanence. Okay. Because there's no any instance that can be sound without being devoid of permanence. There's no any sound or there's no any instance that support, okay, that there's a sound that is permanent. Okay. So therefore, if you whatever subject you put, okay, it always follows that sound devoid of permanence. Sound devoid of permanence. There's no any sound permanent. Okay. Sound permanent is impossible. Sound permanent. Permanent sound in English, permanent sound is more, but permanent sound being permanent is impossible. Sound being permanent is impossible. So therefore, every instance must be sound being impermanent, sound being devoid of permanence. Okay. It is impossible that there is any kind of sound which is permanent. Okay, so therefore, sound must be on every occasion. Sound must be impermanent. So therefore, with instances of, regardless of any instances, okay, regardless of any instance, it always follows that sound being devoid of permanence. Okay, sound, that means sound, what that means on any occasion, if there is a sound, if sound exists, it must be impermanent, or it must be devoid of being permanent. Okay. So, okay.
Actually, in response, we would say, yes, we agree. The sound is devoid of permanence. But what does that have to do with the tree? I think it's a problem of English to try and figure out what the idea is and then put it in a kind of English that makes sense to us.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
We run into this difficulty often.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. This is good. Pretty challenging and good for me.
But to understand this, Geshe, could you equally say the solitary realizer's mind, being empty of true existence, abides in all sentient beings?
Sure.
The hearer's mind, being empty of true existence, abides in all sentient beings.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
it doesn't matter what the
Same.
subject is. It
Yes.
abides
Sure.
in all sentient beings. That quality of being empty of inherent existence abides in all sentient beings. Is that the point?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. One more question. Then this bit, is it so that this thing about Chitamatrans and everyone else arguing that the natural in lineage must be a compounded phenomena, whereas the Madhyamikas say that it is the emptiness, so it is an uncompounded phenomena. Is that the reason why in the Madhyamika tradition there is only one final vehicle?
Oh, I see. Yeah. I think we can say this. Okay. Yes. Yeah. There's a relationship between asserting that there's one final vehicle and asserting that the emptiness of true natural lineage as an emptiness of true existence. Yeah. Yes. There's a relationship between them, but not necessary. Okay. If one asserts, any school, I mean, asserts that there's one final vehicle, then he or that very school does not, I mean, it is not necessary. I mean, it is not necessary for every school who posits that there's one final vehicle to posit that natural lineage as an emptiness of true existence. Okay. So for instance, Chitamatrans, followers of reasoning, also asserts that there's only one final vehicle. Is that clear? Okay. There's relationship between asserting that there's only one final vehicle and asserting natural lineage as an emptiness of true existence. But it is not necessary for one who asserts that there's only one final vehicle to assert that natural lineage as an emptiness of true existence. For
So that,
instance,
yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Chitra Martins, who the followers of reasoning, Chitra Martins, and who follows the reasoning, okay. Followers of the reasoning, Chitra Martin, okay.
Which means they then, although they assert that, they have a different reason for why that is so.
No, they just assert different natural natures.
The final vehicle.
They would say that.
Thank you.
Geshe, we would like to offer a mandala in appreciation for these wonderful teachings. May the spiritual teachers who lead me on the sacred path and all spiritual friends who practice it have long life. May I pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. Grant such inspiration, I pray. May the lives of the venerable spiritual mentors be stable and their virtuous actions spread in the 10 directions. May the light of Lobsang's teachings dispelling the darkness of the beings in the 3 worlds always increase. Idam gururana mandalakam nirayatayami. Due to this merit, may we soon attain the awakened state of Guru Buddha, that we may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious body mind not yet born arise and grow. May the born have no decline, but increase forevermore. In the snowy mountain pure land, you're the source of good and happiness. Powerful Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezi, may you stay until samsara ends. May the deeds of explaining and practicing the Dharma done by groups supporting the teachings and their upholders who spread the view of dependent arising and non-violent actions in the 10 directions, and especially at Sravasti Abbey in the West flourish.
So again, Geshe, thank you so much for continuing to teach Gompa Rapsal. It's such a wonderful text, and we would like right now to request to continue those teachings next year. Okay. And also, I want to put out a suggestion for you to consider that at some point, if you would like to come and stay at Sravasti Abbey for some time, then we could help you with the, you could teach here, and at the same time, we could help you express the English, express the teachings in English, because probably living in India, there's not so many people to do that with, but here we could get your English really good in Dharma talk, okay?
So on that note, I guess we'll see you here sometime next year, Geshe-la. And, and we'll be very happy to have you here. There will be a lot going on here at that time. And so we'll need your calming influence. So for our friends online, there is an opportunity to make offerings in gratitude for these beautiful teachings. You can do that by going to the Sravasti Abbey website, or you can send us a check, and you can please get the check here by November 6th. So thank you again, Geshe-la, and see you in 2022.
Geshe-la, we also wish you a very long life and a very healthy life so that you can continue sharing the Dharma with everybody. So please stay well during this time of COVID, okay?
Thank you. Okay, thank you.